That's... Yep, that's what I meant to do. I need to update my YouTube title still. It's cool how they did that. You guys didn't see it, but there's a menu before the game kind of starts that just kind of... It just sits there in the idle animation prior to Link taking off across the bridge. I kind of love it. It's great. That's not what I meant to paste. I'm just gonna hit A, because that cutscene clearly doesn't work right, and I'm just sending links to all the places right now. I'd say we're ready to go. Now, where were we? Right, I rebound that. Ah, yes, we're going to the Sacred Grove. Okay. Huh. This one's HD, this one's not. This one is. I wonder why this one in particular didn't load. Oh. Good news is, we're getting the Master Sword. You know, it might be related to me having downloaded Henrico's textures well before they were like properly set up for Deathlight. So this has probably got some weirdness going on. unpopular part of town. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think there's a part of town involved here. Just in general. Did you save me? Thank you. There's a really pretty wooded area on the other side of the cliff. I climbed over the road and I tried to get any deeper into the woods. Those guys backed up. What's in the woods anyway? Well, the other day my master got mad at me for letting a thief steal stuff, so I was so frustrated that I put water in the oil already. Wow. Even though I watch after the shop every day, it never shows any appreciation. I think my master probably didn't get much praise growing up. Who was the master? Huh. I guess it's all named Smile. Green-clad prince who wants to help me out. Interesting.
You want me, Art?
Got him. This game is unironically I'm just gonna do this. See what I did? Close enough. It does occur to me something that I don't think happens very often. So I don't think technically, copyright-wise, it's debatable if a read aloud version of someone reading a book is really copyright infringement or what parts are. I think the text is shown would be. I'm not sure if the spoken word would be. It would be interesting though to find out. Because I'm just kind of the kind of nerd that would be totally down to read a book on screen. Okay. Okay. Okay, that was weird. It sounded like he was playing from the wrong direction. He was off to my left, but he was definitely coming from my right headphone. Codes on backward? No, they're not. So his audio is just playing in the wrong spot. So the link that we are fighting in fighting, the one that's teaching us stuff in this game. He's the one from Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. It's notable, however, that this Skull Kid is also implied to be the one that put on Majora's Mask. Hoping I can get a map in this area, but it makes sense that there isn't one. It's kind of designed to be a bit confusing and puzzling. To get the hiccup signal now? Despite it being originally a GameCube game, it just came out late enough that it came out on the that they delayed it for the GameCube to sell more units of the game. Just, you know, totally fair, and they did bring it to the GameCube a month later. They wanted to sell units of the Wii. It was a brand new console. This is a launch title. Oh god, it's these guys. Unrelated, welcome to the Temple of Time. And that's the Door of Time. There's the staircase you walk down. The game is really loud compared to me. I will turn it down. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum indeed. I love there's just a chest here, which you can find when you go back in time. Also a bug here that you get next time you're here at the Temple of Time. Also, is there no such thing as too much Power World? You know what's annoying is I did actually set up ducking, so it should be making the game quieter than me whenever I talk. The fact that it's not is mildly annoying. They should wipe. I've been playing it with PAL locations randomized, but keep playing within the correct levels or areas. Oh, keeping with... Okay. First try. World and Pokemon both have their place. I don't think it's necessarily fair to compare them all that much, because ultimately they're very different games, right? Like, they're visually and in terms of like a fair number of game mechanics, they're very similar, but they are different games. And well, although I do agree, Gen 3 was pretty good. Of course, the only Pokemon game I've ever really played that much is Leaf Green, so I mean that's about where my knowledge ends, and that's a remake of Gen 1, so yeah. This cutscene, by the way, is super fucked up if you do it as Wolflink, because it doesn't force change Link if you do a certain set of actions to make it happen. Yeah, Power World is basically Pokemon meets Dino game. Forget what it's called. Yeah. Are you thinking of, there's a shooter that called Dino something. I have it on Steam. I know what you're talking about, I think. Orion. Alright. We have gained the ability to become wolf. Our favor to ask. Let's find the mirror of Twilight. But yeah, DM said a more fair comparison would be Ark, Power Nike, Ark. Are you talking about Ark Survival Evolved, Wired? Nail. There's unironically a block that you push down there from up there that lets you get down here. So you can't actually get up there yet. If you could get up there, you could enter the Temple of Time early. Not that it would actually do that much for you, but you could. You're only supposed to spawn at night. I think I might have taken the wrong... Oh, you know what? It's because I'm supposed to do this. You know what I just realized, though? There is something else I want to do first. Before I even do that. I want to go here. Kakariko. He's here! Hell yeah! Alright, let's do some fundraising. And then get a massive discount on the fundraising. Yeah, now I'm gonna go to Castletown right after I do a thing. I went to the wrong end of town. Or did I? Yeah, I did. Hello, Mr. Mailman. It's from Telma. Trying to tell me to come to the bar, I'm sure. Anyway, this is about as far as I wanted to go. I don't know if that got close enough. It did! Someone at Nintendo, instead of placing a long vine, put a series of short vines here instead. Telma. Actually, not Telma. We're not going to Telma yet. You know, Majora's Mask Link had no problem with transforming in front of people. Meanwhile, Twilight Princess Link is like, no, I could not possibly, under any circumstances, transform into a wolf in front of a person. Or indeed, from a wolf into a person. Hello, Agatha. You bug-obsessed person. It's worth noting that I have a tweak enabled that swaps out the wallet sizes for the versions from the HD remake of the game. So instead of being limited to 200 or 300 and then 600, it's limited to 500 then 1,000. Mostly because this game has a weird crunch in the middle where you have way too much money and then you like don't have enough money and then you have way too much money again. And having a bigger wallet size legitimately just fixes that. So I can now hold 1,000 rupees. So I'm just gonna do this. I'm also gonna go complete the map because it's kind of bothering me that the top isn't complete. I wish I could move the camera around because I want to get a better look at these guys. There we go. Full map revealed. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my, if it isn't Link! How have you been?
Hey! Hi.
One mark. Alright. I just noticed. 1 of 6. 0 of 8. 1 of 9. I didn't know that it showed number of pose in each area. I've never done the guy that does the pose, but maybe I should. Maybe I should turn this into a 100% run of Zelda for the Princess. I mean, I do it with Majora's Mask enough. Terribly sorry about having a customer in the store with shoes as filthy as yours. Will make the other clients uncomfortable. I hope that you will come back once you found some more polished footwear. Go fuck yourself, sir. What actually is this store? I don't think it actually tells you. But this is where Malamart ends up, which means Malamart is just far more profitable. Beat. Now, let's go grab... By the way, there's a beggar there that'll give you a piece of heart for, I think, 1,000 rupees. He's one of the reasons why there's that weird crunch need for rupees in the middle of the game. And Malamart stuff. Like, so this game was originally going to have magic, right? You can actually see it on the box art for the game. It's actually, the magic meter's just there. But, the reality is that they ended up still making magic armor, but they made it run on rupees instead. Let's just do this. After I talk to this guy, I'm gonna go collect both those wolves. Master Link. All I can say is he must be so hideously overhot right now. Like, look at his clothing. He's wearing, like, snow pants and a full-on, like, winter jacket. And gloves. Like, he should be dying of heat stroke. There you are. I mean, reasonable fear, to be fair. If you hang around long enough, the guards do start to attack you. It's a thing. See? I mean, he's scared shitless, but... more of them will show up and they will actually start attacking you. I love bug. To this day, I have no idea how you're supposed to get up there. I think I might have just figured it out. Or at least something, I mean. Why are those hook shotable any other place? And that goes up and across there. That doesn't quite get me here, but... I have no idea how you're supposed to get that chest. There we go. Easter egg? Maybe. Worth it? Yes. Also one in, I believe, the graveyard in Kakarika Village. Also, yes. I don't remember what I do here. If this was a later game, this would just be where there's a, this would just be where there's a, what are they called? The little cute guys. Kokiri. I don't know what you're supposed to do here. There is a thing that you do here, and it's I think it's supposed to open a tunnel. We meet again. Yep. Remember what it was supposed to do? Helm splitter. Okay, yeah, this is a good one. Majora's Mask grew up to be really friggin' tall, you know that? Man, I want to Google that. How do I get in there? Huh. I guess there's nothing. According to what I can read. Alright. There's the one I thought was here. If you can avoid it, one should always avoid fighting on stairs. You know, I can only imagine that effect does not look amazing on stream, because black doesn't encode very well. Actually, you know what? Let's just... I just realized it's gonna be closed as it's nighttime. So that's working. Fun fact, that's the difference. I mean, I know there's a turbo key, but there is also here somewhere, isn't it? It's probably under cheats. But there is a... Surely it should be under inputs somewhere. There is an option to... I mean, this seems to be missing. I'm just going to use the password key, I guess. To adjust the time of day. When the moon fades out of existence in the sky somehow. Now, I'm going to need a little bit of money to make my way up over onto the, into the desert. So I'm going to go kill some birds, and then we're going to go. By the time we come back, we're probably going to have enough money to kill that thing again. Ta-da! Good thing nobody takes down these torches with the hidden magic treasure chest in the middle. Oh, didn't realize that this trip was free. Either way, doesn't matter. Welcome to the Gerudo Desert. Wait, Link. Before we go, there's something I want you to hear. Yeah, what the spirit said about the fused shadows? Yes. What do you think happened to the magic rulers who tried to rule the sacred realm? They were banished. They were chased across the sacred lanes of Hyrule and driven to another realm by the goddesses. It was another world entirely, the antithesis of Hyrule, where the sun shines bright. I want to point out that it could be argued that this is the mirror world from A Link Between Worlds. His denizens became shadows that could not mingle with the light. Eventually, they came to call it the Twilight Realm, and from it none could return to the realm of light. They were forever doomed to live in the twilight, flitting in the half-light of dusk. Mere shadows have Hyrule. I want to point out that their architecture is much more impressive than the architecture of Hyrule. This is the history of the Twilight as it has been passed down from my ancestors. I also want to point out that I think making the Twilight Realm basically just a single dungeon was a mistake. It should have been another big map with quests all its own. Not necessarily the same layout as Hyrule, but like, it should have had its own seat of power, its own towns, its own everything. It would have been amazing. Of course I will. It's in my best interest. Princess Zelda's literally down to rescue you. I mean, like, it's just the way it is at this point. This part of the map, despite everything it looks like, is also, like, one of the richer parts of the map. Ah. It looked like there might be something hidden there that I've never noticed before, but no. Oh, yeah? Just casually, or? Oh, okay. Yeah, that works. Imagine having hair that strong. Not a split end in sight! Hang on. Did that work? I have no way to tell if that worked.
What that was future?
Oh, you don't know it did. It shows up in the recent events. Beautiful. This looks like kind of rock you might be able to blow up, huh? Find out. Nope. pressing the wrong button. Good job. I am somewhat low-key hoping that one of these chests will contain arrows. Camera's slowly fixing itself. Hey, we got arrows. Perfect. You know, I also feel that they could have very reasonably made this whole area bigger. Like, not just the Twilight Realm, but, like, the desert itself could have been a lot bigger. Because there's not a lot of stuff in it, and it feels almost too small. Because there's not a lot of stuff in it, it feels small. Which sounds weird. It kind of is, but... There we go. Now, I know for a fact that there is that wolf there, but I believe there's also a Poe over here that, of course, they only show up at night. Might not be over here, but there is a Poe around here somewhere. I literally haven't even had a chance to use it on anyone. I will in the upcoming thing, but oh right, I have to. Here we go. Can't Z target or L target in this game. Let's be honest, it's Z targeting regardless of the game. Pretty sure there's other Poes around in this area. I just don't know where. Hello. Yeah, there's 11 Poes out here somewhere. The game is entirely knowing where. There's a reason that Link's crossbow training happened. And it's because the crossbow, or it's because the bow and arrow in this game is really good. It really is just straight up a sniper rifle. You even have to account for drop over a large enough distance. It'll fly straight for, I'm going to call it 100 meters, but after that you have to account for drop. And the game even encourages you to do it here, because by this point you can just have it. You can just have it, and you can just do it. There's no way that this is intended, right? mean, there's no way that's not intended. I just wish there was a crouching mechanic that I could use here. Ooh. The one on the tower. Nobody else that I can see. So there's one of them there. I wonder if I can shoot them through this window. No, but is this an option? Oh. Okay, fine, Nintendo, fine. Okay, so what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to get a key, and then you sneak in there, and then you try and grab him. There's a whole fight and a fire and a whole thing, and everything just happens. But if you can just shoot it through the window and it just runs the right direction, that'd be amazing. Hey, Speedy. Hey, music changed. Because I didn't get to install the Air Repellent Force Field and other windows yet, right? By the way, always cut up the pig for your guests. It's always worth it. It's never not worth it. Just gonna go around breaking all the containers for all the free money. Of which there is plenty. Because this area in particular is a place where you just don't really have any reason to come back to later, so. Unless you missed the piece of heart, in which case come back for that, but I think that's everything. sure is weird that the door just kind of like slams shut like that, huh? You know, the real question we should be asking ourselves is, where is this guy hiding? Because I'm gonna like take a couple steps forward. Link, I don't know what you're focused on, but you're facing the wrong direction half the time. Nice slow fall. He's like, fuck you. I'm leaving. By the way, I'm lighting this place on fire as I go, so goodbye. But like, you can see the logic between me trying to shoot the pig, because you shoot it, it panics, it runs, it goes through the fences, and you don't have to do this fight. Logically, I mean, I get why the game forces you to do it, because progression of events, but... Also, cutscene. Hey, look, a Poe. Also, this boar is stuck here forever. It can never leave. It lives here now. Also, question: who keeps a single, let's call it a dollar, in a crate in the desert? Also, I so hope that someone makes a mod for this game that gives Wolf-Link a finishing blow of some description, because the way it is right now, if you knock an enemy over, you have to wait for them to get back up before you can actually, like, harm them again. Whereas if you're Link, you can, like, jump and, you know, stab them. Like, it's kind of silly. Oh, you know, that's fair. That's fair. Jars and boxes are like couches. Yeah, you should just have the option to maul them. Welcome to, I think, both the dungeon I like the most in this game, and the dungeon that I think has some of the worst problems in the game. Because there are parts of this dungeon where if you mess up, you have to you either have to like hope the cycle stays right, or just like leave. But it certainly gives one of the coolest items in all of Zelda lore, in my opinion. Remember, it's always wise to dunk a lit lantern into a container full of oil. Hell yeah. Come on, Bugs. You know you want me. I love how you can see them crawling over not Link, but the capsule they use to detect if you've hit Link. That's Link's actual collision that they're crawling on. Link is just a capsule. Yeah, this is the Beyblade dungeon. No, that's actually just Link's hitbox. He's never had a particularly fantastic one, but it doesn't matter because honestly, it's not a multiplayer game, so Link's hitbox just needs to be able to just register when he gets hit, not, you know, where exactly he got hit, right? Don't need no hitbox porn in this game. I don't need no hitbox porn. Oh, you know that, yeah. Yeah, yep. Makes sense. Fun fact about these guys. The Poe that is in the room after this cutscene is not required in order to progress. The game checks the second, third, and fourth Poes, but not the first. Which means you can just skip the first one and the door will still open. I'm not going to because it's fun to beat him up, but you can just ignore it. But yeah, this one is technically entirely optional. Implied not to be, but there's no actual requirement that you collect this one. For the record, I went the wrong way because of the Wii version of the game. Yeah, okay. I was just double checking that I didn't need to go in here first. Oh my gosh. You know, it'd be amazing if Twitch had basic anti-spam that was, you know, in any way functional. Doesn't have to do much, just block the spam. The spam that has incredibly predictable patterns. And hasn't changed in years. Other than now, instead of stream bots, it's AI. It's like instead of view bots, it's AI bots. Oh boy. Such a difference there. Clearly that just defeats any anti-spam they had. No, they could also use signals like every single stream this person joins bans them. That is a signal they have. So why the fuck are they so terrible at using them? Twitch. These rats just thinking, these skulls taste good. Lots of good marrow in them. Have you guys spotted the fake one yet? I'll give you a moment to work it out. It's on screen right now. The Poe is on screen. No longer on screen. Give you a hint, it's that one. Amusingly, even the game acknowledges that it's there. I do enjoy that they all give you the option to get the scent. It's another one of those completely optional things. If you know where all the scents lead in every scenario, you can just not pick up the scents. It's a room like many others, but this one's mine. Also, I do want to point out that if this is a prison, it's not a particularly secure one. Trying to think about what I do in here. The answer's probably this. I love the subtle foreshadowing going on here. Fun fact, these chains have a frame rate bug that has been fixed. But when Dusk first released, the higher your frame rate, the farther the end of the chain would be from the wall when you started pulling it. It was a very silly bug. Okay, fine, we'll just... Always open chests. You might end up with a compass that only works within a very small geographic region somehow. Any other time, you can jump out of that. Easier that way, if you're being honest. Here's the real question. Why did the Poe have to use the chain here to get back there? Like, think about that. It's incorporeal. Why did either of them have to use the chain pulls? You know what's great? Is I'm gonna start going really slow in just a second. And I can't do anything about it until I do this. And it's very funny watching Minna freaking out over something that only Minna can see. Yeah, you don't want to be on that when it falls. Which, to be fair, I don't think it does, but it certainly gives you the impression it might. Sometimes Link's auto-jumping is just a little bit much. Remember this room? No, you don't. We haven't been here before, but we could have been. Oh, look, this chain still has the bug. See how far away it is from the wall? I was waiting for that. Alright, gotta go back over there now. Interesting, I thought there was something there. Oh, it's nice to get bonus bombs, you know? And bonus money. Or in this case, even more bonus bombs. Bonus hearts? Oh, those two. Now, the correct answer is to use wolf vision to see the solution. Because it does this if you get it wrong. But there is a certain level of fun to doing that. I'm pretty sure there's different enemies that spawn based on what one you get wrong. But also, again, I want to point out that the incorporeal ghosts had to light torches to proceed. It is now time to do the classic, there are 4 of us, and you've got to figure out which one it is, Zelda boss fight. By the way, yes, you can just not bother figuring out which one it is. Just dodge when they attack and hit the one that's still there. Because that's literally what I just did. Goodbye, fire. Oh, that's really not what I meant to do. But I get it gets me here. You know, I know I said this earlier, but, like, if this was a prison, that is a piss-poor door with a lot of weak points that would just let the prisoners just kind of, like, bend the middle out of the way. Suppose I could have grabbed this earlier. Oh well. Now I'm trying to think, is there, where's the other piece of heart? I know where it is. It's still ahead. Every dungeon in this game has 2 pieces of heart that you can pick up. Yeah, I might as well. Literally can't, but I might as well. Woo! To the bottom. Don't have a key? We're going up. Get smoked. Key. We're going to continue our upward spiral because why wouldn't we? Are we being destructive for destructive's sake? Yes. Is it worth it? Also, yes. Yep, no more reason to keep going up. Let's go down. For the record, the amount of force Link would need to make that whole mechanism work is absurd and insane. Like, ain't no way in hell. There we go. Remember, you can only hit the enemies crawling on you if you can see them, I guess? Alright. To be fair, Link pulling this giant block of stone would also be relatively, not gonna happen, basically. we get to see what Wolflink's hitbox looks like now. It's literally just another, when he sits, yeah. Just a capsule attached to his butt. And Minda seems to have some sort of detection thing based on whether or not they're touching her. Because as soon as the capsule went down, she stopped wiggling, so... Hey, look, it's a Coco! Hey, Coco! You ugly, ugly bird. You know, from the right angle, these loose stones look like cardboard boxes. I didn't work out. I mean, clearly I was supposed to use the hook shot, but like, come on. Yeah, having the bugs run around on the hitbox instead of the model is kind of a fun choice, at the very least. Come on, man. Let's get ourselves a spinner. I think this is the right room for that, yeah. You know, the first time I played this, I didn't understand the significance of all of this. Those are a Japanese thing. They're like, for lack of a better name, tags. They're basically just like to seal a curse. As I understand it, at least. I'm no expert on it. But with these in place, the curse is sealed. I, of course, am Link. So do that. That also indicates, to some extent, that this isn't a thing that was put in place by Ganon or by Zant, but pre-existed the changes that were made. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I want to try. I had no idea the bombs would work for that. Happy it does. Spinner unlocked. Spinner percent now available. Let us continue. Technically, technically I could stop exploring the dungeon and just walk back to the main room, and that would be exactly everything the game actually requires me to do. Because if I go back to the main room, I can go straight to the boss now. The game heavily implies you shouldn't because of all this, but you can. That's not hard to do. I love it when I keep accidentally jumping off of things that I don't mean to do. On the plus side, that actually just gives me height, so I can use that. And there's the second piece of heart. Oh, that's not where I meant to go. Trying to remember. I think I messed up by jumping. As I did just there. There we go. There we go. That was poor timing. If I recall correctly, this is actually part of the... This is one of the things where the timing can just get knocked off. And it can become technically impossible to complete. I don't think it is in this case. But it is much more difficult than it's intended to be at the moment. There we go. Yeah, that's where I meant to go with that. And I'm drowning in the sand. Goodbye, world. Imagine that was it. Imagine that you just leave it there and that's the last time you use the spinner for the rest of the game. That would be the most tragic gain and loss of an item ever. Up until you do a bunch of floors of the there's a challenge thing out in the desert. This is the only real way to get a ferry. So I mean, I'm sure there's a couple others around, but you know what I mean. Absolutely intentional. Not intentional at all. Very equity room. Yeah, it's amusing. Still chill until he wakes up. Hi, Zant. How you doing? I love all the swords and stuff sticking out of this thing's head, which implies that, like, it took an army to kill it. But to be fair, it does take effectively two separate boss battles for us to kill him. But, like, we do it on our own. Even after it's been empowered by Zant here. You know, there's so many opportunities Zant had to just fight us himself and win. Him waiting for us to make it to his throne room is what kills him. Like when he had us at the fairy fountain the one time. He had us dead to rights. He could have killed us right then, but then he didn't. So we got away. Yeah, okay, fair. Rip spine? He's dead, Jim. I just realized at the end of my last stream, I think I forgot to pick up the whole heart that's at the bottom of Lake Hylia, so I gotta go do that. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay then, sure, Mr. Bossman. See, if I could have gotten one more hit in last time, it would have worked. Would have saved that entire cycle. Alright, we gotta go back to the water temple after we do this cutscene. You know, it asks me if I want to save, but like, it auto-saves constantly. PC port just benefits. know, I think that might be the most of them that we see in one place. In, like, the entire thing. The entire time that we play the game. Also, there's a lot of people betting their lives on all of this sand not completely destroying the mechanisms in this temple, because like the amount of flowing that we've seen the sand doing, that is work. Like you think water's destructive, flowing sand, like there's gonna be a hole in the floor in a week. I don't care what it's made of. It's a good thing that he didn't take the fourth piece and hide it somewhere, like in the castle where you can't get to it. Just saying. Seriously, stick that quarter in the treasury and Hyrule Castle. Link never finds all four pieces. Link never wins. Zant makes so many mistakes. Imagine having your face disconnected from your face. This scene right here is taken straight out of Ocarina of Time. Just saying. Even the music. I will say, setting him to the Twilight Realm was a bit of a mistake. Mountains, Ancient Grove, Heavens. Two sets of 3 collectibles, so 6 temples, plus the final one. It's a pretty good deal. Well, technically final 2, because, you know. Huh, it's not HD either. Anyway, back to Lake Hylia, because I completely forgot to, There it is. I got to pick up the heart that was in the, if I remember recalling the last stream correctly, I literally ran out without picking it up by mistake. So we're going for a quick swim. It's a long swim. You know, it's kind of tragic they didn't do anything with this whole area out here, because, like, they take the time to show it off. And they even hit there's, like, enemies down there and stuff, but, like, there's nothing in there. There's no reason to ever get in the water. Huh, I guess I did grab it. Okay. Could have sworn I missed it.
What do you do?
Anyway, this is going to call it for the day. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you later. Have a great night.